Humans, what have you learned?
Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Yes, Iron Storm here, but I haven't got good news today. Yes, we all know it dropped yesterday, the price hikes for Game Pass, and literally Satty and Nadella's cards have all been laid on the table, if I was to be perfectly honest, because he's a corporate monkey. And we're all going to suffer for it. Yeah, the prices don't make sense. When I first saw it, I was like, yeah, Ubisoft Plus Classics. EA Plays included, as it has been in the previous iterations of the tiers. But a 50% increase. Now you're taking the mick. Let's go over and have a look at this stupid graphic that Microsoft have put up. So we've all seen it. The titles are the bit that really get on my tits. Unbelievable games, unparalleled access, unbeatable benefits. What benefits? Half of them we had beforehand. We're still paying for bloody multiplayer access, and you're giving me Ubisoft Classics. Now I actually went and checked because I signed up for Ubisoft Plus. I've been using it on my GeForce Now subscription. I'll get into how much I'm paying for my subscriptions very shortly. But I've already played half of these games, and the other half I don't care about. EA Play, I'd probably play a handful of games over a course of a year that they ever drop on the service onto Xbox. The cloud gaming, I'm not being horrible, compared to GeForce Now is absolute pants. Riot Games I don't use, so what benefits am I getting from that? And yes, this is what's in the Ultimate and in the premium for the Riot Games, but who uses it other than kids? And £100 in savings if I meet all the quests within Xbox Rewards. Really? No. That is taking a minute. It works out, yeah, it's $29.99 US dollars a month it's going up to. In the UK, it works out at £23 a month from $14.99 to $22.99, sorry, but I round it off to the nearest pound. So I'm paying, as of my next monthly subscription, automatic direct debit, I'm going to be going up to $22.99 a month for 90% of a service I don't want. At least have sweetened the pot and put the full Ubisoft Plus experience in, giving us access to these Ubisoft titles day one, because we all know Ubisoft isn't making money. And with my previous video, which I will throw up in the corner, if they do what they're doing to Far Cry 7, they're literally going to be, well, they're already wallowing around the bottom of the toilet. But if they do what they're going to do with Far Cry 7, that's it. I reckon you're going to lose a load of fans with that, and Ubisoft is officially going to die. So why not chuck it in? Boost their player base. Boost the engagement. But no, we get the classics. 90% of them, everyone's finished, because they're that old. You're pricing people out of a subscription service. It's the most expensive one on the market. Now, I'll get into how much I'm paying now, because we don't want to see that anymore. That's just depressing. So I'm going to be paying, as of my next direct debit, $22.99 a month. Then you're going to take into consideration I pay a subscription of $20.99 a month to GeForce Now, and then the $14.99 a month to Ubisoft Plus. Yes, I could cancel that. But them three, which I'm currently using, would take me up to just shy of £60 a month just to play games. I've got a back catalogue as long as my arm, so in theory I could actually go sack off Game Pass. I'm not interested, I'm not playing any online games, and I'll go and play my back catalogue of single player titles. But how ironic that they dropped this just before Battlefield 6's release, just before Call of Duty's release. There's your two big multiplayer games for the end of the year, and you up the price. Congratulations, you money grabbing idiots. And then you see what has happened with regards to everyone cancelling their subscriptions yesterday. They crashed the bloody website. If that isn't telling you, Microsoft, that you're doing something wrong, I don't know what else does. Personally, I don't see them going back on this. They should. They should retract all this, or give us exactly what they're giving us now in these new pricing tiers, but for the prices for the previous subscription model. Because this isn't feasible for people. I've got to think long and hard. I share my Game Pass subscription with my son. Am I going to tell him, sorry, you can't play online anymore because I'm not willing to pay Microsoft £23 a month for the privilege? They should be sacking that off. The next generation console is supposed to be a PC hybrid. It's going to have Steam on it. It's going to have GOG, supposedly, on it. And you want us to pay to play online when you are technically opening your next gen system to everybody. You can't charge people for online. Sack off that draconian way of doing things. Really? Maybe if they come out and said, with this new pricing tier, we're not charging you for online, a lot of people might have gone, oh, fair enough. But no, you still want us to pay for the privilege of playing online when it's free on PC. So are you trying to tell us, Microsoft, that you don't want anyone on the Xbox ecosystem anymore? You want to get rid of the whole thing? You've had enough. Done. Palm it off to somebody else. Run the service separately. We don't care. Third party all the way. Because that's how it's going. One of my subs messaged me and said, this next gen console's the last one. And I have to admit, thinking about it, it could potentially be. I reckon they're going to palm off their consoles to third-party manufacturers, such as ROG, to make their next consoles. I don't see them caring. It's literally just going to be somebody else's box with an Xbox logo slapped on top of it. Because that's, with this pricing model and the way that they've treated their fan base, that is the way it's going. Plus, yeah, you can now play Xbox games on PlayStation, but you still got the whole issue with Forza Horizon not being day one on PlayStation because they haven't got the port ready. So you're going to still be waiting for a timed exclusive of 6 months? Somebody at Microsoft really needs to take their foot out of their mouth and their head out of their arse, and personally put the full Ubisoft in. That would sweeten the pot. Or sack it off and go back to the previous one, because this is not cost effective for 99% of players. It's just not. And even buying the games outright, if you were to think all the games that are going to be coming out, you're going to be paying over the odds, because the price of gaming now is getting absolutely stupid. It's supposed to be the hobby for everyone, but nobody can pay to play it anymore. Your pricing is out, all because these developers have these high salaries. Absolutely bonkers, this is. This is just corporate greed on a very high level. I can't really say much more to that, other than I'm contemplating my future with the service. It may be a case of I may have to dip in every now and then, depending on what games are on the service, because I've got to think money doesn't grow on trees. I've got bills to pay. Really? I honestly think this is going to fall flat on its face. Absolutely shocking. But there's my 10 pence. I just can't believe they've come out and done this. This is an absolute joke. A service that supposedly be for everyone with unbeatable benefits. That whole thing there that they've put up with it just it boils my piss. It's insulting, very insulting. But you know what? We will persevere. And if I know the Xbox community, we won't take this lying down. So what else have I got coming to the channel? Let's get off this topic. Well, I've got a Chronos New Dawn review in progress, so keep an eye out on the channel for that. It could be this week, it could be the beginning of next week, I don't know yet. It's getting to that time of the year in the real world job. It's getting busy. I work in retail, so Christmas is coming, so it's getting a little bit on the busy side. So having the time in between to do reviews and things like that is a little bit sticky. But I will be doing a review for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 when that comes out. I will also be playing Battlefield when that drops. Don't worry about that. So yeah, keep an eye out for me when Battlefield drops. I will be, if you see my name in the game, I will be playing. But other than that, this is just completely quashed any enthusiasm for Xbox. Really has. I've got to the point where it's like, do I really want to turn my console on? They need to figure out what they're doing, because this is not good. But on that note, weather this storm, and I'll see you all on the next one. But before I go, if you got this far, don't forget, if you're a new viewer, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to be notified, and I'll see you all on the next one.
Humans, what have you learned?